Bonjour, my Theatre 3-4 class. Our journey begins in Marseille, France, on September 4th, 1896. A small baby has just been born. His name, Antonin Artaud. Like most small babies, Artaud grew up. But unlike the rest, he grew up to be magnificent. He became a surrealist poet, an actor, a writer, and, most importantly, a director. His mother gave birth to 9 children, but only Artaud and 1 sister survived infancy. He suffered from neuralgia, stammering, and severe bouts of clinical depression, which were treated with the use of opium, resulting in his lifelong addiction to the substance. He read eclectically, inspired by authors and artists such as Shakespeare, Poe, Alfred Jarry, and Andre Mason. During Artaud's rest cures at the sanatorium, he found inspiration through the works of Edgar Allan Poe. He was greatly influenced by his Greek ancestry. Due to his meningitis and neuralgia, Artaud's parents arranged for a long series of sanatorium stays, which were both prolonged and expensive. This lasted 5 years, with a break of 2 months in June and July of 1916, when Artaud was conscripted into the French army. Because he was a poet and not one to fight, Artaud looked endlessly for loopholes, and eventually he was allegedly discharged due to his self-induced habit of sleepwalking. In 1936, he was declared mentally insane, and he ended up spending most of the rest of his life in mental institutions. Artaud's creative abilities were developed in part during his therapy in many of his hospitalizations. While being treated in one hospital, Artaud was encouraged to express himself in poetry, which one of his therapists later published in the journal Domain. Also, the Museum of Modern Art in New York City had a showing of his drawings and paintings composed while he was a patient in another mental institution, where he had been encouraged to draw and paint as part of his therapy. He was greatly affected and influenced by seeing a traditional Balinese dance. He admired Eastern theater as it was highly ritualized, and the exaggerated physicality of it helped him concoct what he called the theater of cruelty. The aim of the theater of cruelty was to disturb the audience and reveal the forces of nature. To achieve this, he emphasized the nonverbal aspects of theater, such as color and movement. He also stressed the importance of violence as a theatrical device. He believed that an actor should be able to convey how they were feeling towards a person or an inanimate object or a place without being able to use words, but only using sound and gesture. At one point, he stated that by cruelty he meant not exclusively sadism or causing pain, but just as often a violent and physical determination to shatter the false reality. He believed that text had been a tyrant over meaning, and advocated instead for a theater made up of a unique language, halfway between thought and gesture. Artaud described the spiritual and in physical terms, and believed that all theater is a physical expression of space. Lee Jameson once said, Artaud sought to bring the audience directly in contact with the dangers of life. By turning the theater into a place where the spectator is exposed rather than protected, Artaud was committing an act of cruelty upon them. On March 4th, 1948, Artaud tragically died. And although he did not want a church burial, his family went against his will. Only the actress Maria Crasset and a few other friends tried to impose, but they failed at their task. His most influential work, The Theatre and Its Double, is a collection of essays and articles about dramatic theory. Artaud's delusions and madness are a central part of his life and art. In a way, he represents a particular relationship between art and madness. He is a part of the growing tradition of artists and writers who succumb to madness. His life was a struggle between creativity and insanity. To this day, Artaud's influence can be seen in an array of situations. In Season 5, Episode 12 of the TV series Sons of Anarchy, the mysterious character Lee Toric is seen reading Artaud's book, Watchfields and Rack Screens. Antonin Artaud's significant influences through provocative and insightful perspectives on the world of theater are why he is still considered one of the great madmen of theater. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.